When I first made the decision that I wanted to actually take filmmaking seriously, I started to realize that I had a lack of experience with what it actually took to tell a great story. I had figured out how to use my camera, I had figured out how to edit, but then when I was looking at the videos I was creating, I was vastly disappointed with the lack of substance. And so this started me going down a rabbit hole of trying to learn everything that I could about storytelling. And what I found was most of it felt unapplicable to where I was at. It was overwhelming. There was so much plot structure and character narrative and all these layers of stuff that I didn't even know where to begin. So even though there was these elite Hollywood scriptwriters that were sharing all these story secrets, I still, when I would show up on location with my camera, feel unsure of what to do. And so over the years, that became my biggest focus and question is, how do I become a better storyteller? And an interesting thing happened that in pursuit of answering that question, I started to learn a lot about what it takes to, as a one-person team, go out and make interesting videos. And I started putting some of those on the internet, and vastly the response that I was getting from people down below was not what camera was I using, but where did I learn how to craft an interesting story? So I wanted to invite you on a sailing trip, and the main focus of the sailing trip is I'm going to be teaching an Adventure Film Academy workshop. And so what does that even mean? I started the Adventure Film Academy as a response to the questions I was getting on the videos I was putting on the internet. So if you're new to my channel or even new to me as a filmmaker in my work, I make outdoor videos. That's my main focus and passion. And so things like Untethered, the Slack Life series, some sailing videos, those are all things that I've made that I'm really passionate about. And I do that with my production company, Leftcoast Media House. And from that came this series of in-person workshops that I've been doing for years now. And I want to invite you on the sailing edition of these workshops. And so what this is, it's a true adventure. We're going to get together on a sailboat with a small team, live together in close quarters, and press into everything adventure filmmaking, how to make great films and maybe how to build an online presence while you're doing it, how to work with clients, whatever aspects of learning that you're most curious about, we're going to incorporate into a 5-day trip. And so if any of this has piqued your interest, I recommend heading over to my website, adventurefilmacademy.com, where you can find out more information about the upcoming trips in several months. I would love to have you, but it is an application process because I want to make sure that we get the right type of people on these boats as we go out together. So what you're about to see is a vlog from one of the trips we did last year. And one thing to note just as we kind of go into this vlog is my main focus on these trips is to teach. And so I want to be there, be present with people and to give them the best value that I can. So inevitably the moments that I'm vlogging on these trips are the stuff in between sessions. So if you're wondering what does the trip actually look like, just picture in between all these little vlog moments, us sitting down in a group of 5 to 6 and actually pressing into some of the storytelling stuff. So yes, this year there's multiple sailing trips happening. I'd love to have you on one of them, and let's jump into a video from last year. Hey friend, welcome back. This is the start of another really exciting video because this is Adventure Film Academy sailing trip. The rest of the crew abandoned us. We just got thoroughly soaked on our dinghy ride in. Here? See Jack, what I like about your hoodie there is that I can't see how soaked it is, but if I completely... Welcome to the Adventure Film Academy, Jack.
So we have waterproof bags.
So, an exciting part about this trip is that Janelle's here.
Hey.
Did you get pretty wet on the dinghy ride over?
Oh yeah, I got real wet.
I could hear you screaming from the boat.
I didn't scream that much.
I heard a scream. Was that not you? Was that you,
sure
Beth?
I did some screaming, but not like the whole time.
How wet are? Oh, you're like fully wet.
Yeah.
Apologies.
But I have like quick dry clothes, so.
I only knew to put my jacket on by how much yelling they were doing. This is Levi Allen. Welcome.
Thanks, bro.
We're gonna cross that direction. This land was bought and donated, I believe, by the first Canadian mountain climber to do both Everest and K2. That's pretty special. Did you guys know that?
I did not know that.
Did you read this plaque right here? Because it says it.
What's up?
Where are you from?
Tampa, Florida.
Jason?
I'm from Milwaukee, Wisconsin.
Oh, come on. At least look at me. Come on. Jason,
Getting
where
the
are you
shot of my life here.
from? Jack?
I'm from Kansas City, Kansas.
Idaho, I guess.
Glorious Vancouver.
I sometimes wish I was from a previous generation that would come and live on these islands and like try to build a farm and make life work. But then also, I really like the fact that we have drones that are just flying cameras in the sky that transmit to our phones. So that's pretty cool. We're about to jump into our first session, and I'm pretty pumped.
So cool. I'm living my best life right now.
You're living your best life. That drone is living its best life.
Kevin John's making us dinner, and I have a
Yes.
feeling it's gonna be amazing. And my tummy's kind of hungry.
You're getting hungry?
Yeah.
I'm getting hungry.
Yeah. This is amazing.
Great.
In there, that's kind of cool.
Just like that, we are sailing. The sails are set. We are up Jervis Inlet, and we just saw some gorgeous orcas just right off the corner there. And we've got some first-time sailors with us, some people who've sailed a bunch before. But either way, I just love getting people out here. And basically from here forward, it's just like a slow building of experiences as we build towards my favorite part, which is Princess Louisa. So as we head down Jervis here, just the anticipation is just building and building, and I just love it so much. Didn't you before this trip ask me, are we gonna see whales?
Like, I really hope we see some wildlife and ideally some whales.
And we totally did. I've never seen orcas up here before. That was incredible.
And literally right as we're trying to like set sail, we're like seeing whales and the motor's going off.
This is really cool having you here, babe.
Oh yeah, I love it.
I think we're sailing for like 3 or 4 hours. I don't know, I haven't checked a watch in a long time. But we're now coming up to the mouth of Princess Louisa. So slack tide was right around 5. And that's really good for coming through the rapids here, because when it's ebbing or flooding, it's the water comes pretty quick through here. It's basically like a river. And a boat this size going this speed doesn't do so well going through, fighting that, or going with it. It's just a little bit out of control. And I'm really excited for Janelle to see this. I hope she likes it as much as I do, because I want her to buy into the idea of coming back here a lot. What do you think?
I didn't realize that this was the start of Princess Louisa Inlet. Now we're actually like swooping around in here and getting real close.
So me and this inlet actually have a little bit of history. It's a history that I've never actually tried to properly capture in a video. I don't know if I'm gonna be able to do it justice in this video because I feel like it deserves a full story time. But me in the start of my filmmaking career, this plays a pretty big part in it, this inlet right here in my journey. So anytime I get to bring you with the camera here with me, or people that I care deeply about, it's just so special to me. There's certain places that just the smell, the look, the air, everything about it just, I don't know, I just really like it here. You ready?
I'm so ready. Are you ready? I'm ready.
Yeah.
It's the most calming waterfall I've ever seen.
It is.
Let go.
Good
I'm
boat of people here.
vlogging right now.
Are you vlogging?
I'm vlogging.
Would you like me to take you to the waterfall? You should focus on your angle too. Just get it nice and.
Here we go.
Janelle, the vlogger.
Levi likes driving this thing real fast, don't you? Yeah. Wow.
What do you think of my favorite place in the world, babe?
Pretty magical.
Do you get why it's my favorite?
Yeah. You got waterfalls, you got ocean, you got like crazy cliffs.
We came here on a sailboat.
Came here on a sailboat. I don't think I've been to a waterfall like this.
It's so cool. How's the trip been going?
Awesomely in this stellar company. How could it not?
Will you take me back next year? Will you do more next year?
Will I do? Is this a commitment?
This is a
You're
commitment.
trying to nail me down?
This is a promise.
Can I increase my race by 10%?
30% and it's a deal. Jack, look after porpoise for us, okay?
Here with Levi Allen, who's teaching an incredible workshop to all of us. I have no idea what else to say to that. Get out and do stuff. Get out and make stuff. That's what I've learned.
My goodness! There's so much water! Well, it is so much fun seeing that that transformation from the first morning when we're picking everyone up early. Nobody really knows each other. They're all a little nervous.
to this last morning where I'm gonna have a hard time even getting them to come out of the boat because we gotta drive them all home. It's just really cool to me that getting 5 random people from all walks of life together on this ship around one passion, which is storytelling, can create a really cool, I mean, I could keep using describing words, but it's kind of one of those things where you do have to experience it to know it. And that's not even a plug for this. This is just me trying to justify why I'm so pumped right now and how well this all went. This one has a special place in my heart because Janelle is here with us. Yeah, I hope it's never lost on me how special moments like this are, and how flipping cool it is that this is like a product of putting videos out on the internet. Because I can't say this many more ways, but I really don't think it's because there's anything unique about my skill set at all. I think I'm just ridiculously passionate about this stuff, and by sharing that with people, then that brings them here, and then when we're all together in person, that's where some really cool stuff happens, where it's not even what is even being taught, but just what's being experienced together, all around the right attitude, and that just like, that gets me really fired up. Well,
Sorry.
And then we can all see it in unison at the end.
team, that was a lot of fun. Thanks for coming sailing. Thanks for traveling from all over the world and next door to hang out on the left coast. A privilege getting to know you all. I think that's going to be it for now, though. So, you guys remember what we're supposed to say?
Yeah.
I think so.
Remember,
Life's
better when you make stuff. Love it.